Doosra Point, hosted by Paris and Mosul.
This could be victory. It is. Pakistan win the World Cup. India lift the World Cup. That's a big six.
Three, two, one, and we're live, Mr. Pasha. Pakistan versus Ireland.
आज तो टेस्ट मैच वॉश आउट हो गया, which is not very surprising considering कि May है and it's always very wet in Ireland, especially during this time. So not a surprise, but again, I think अगले 4 दिन का जो forecast है is pretty good. So I think you'll get a good game in.
And I think in the way these guys play cricket these days, 4 days is okay. That's a good time.
I would say कि अगर Ireland को हम 4 दिन में ना हरा पाए तो I mean that's probably not a very good sign to begin with.
I think it's going to be a good tough match for us because the way we beat Northampton.
हाँ, but still यार, I mean Ireland का पहला टेस्ट है यार उनके लिए तो it's a huge deal. Of course, it's a big moment for Ireland, Irish cricket in general actually. So
I'm still nervy as a fan. The moment I look at Ireland, it reminds me of that World Cup and yeah, not good memories. Bob Woolmer, that World Cup, Ireland.
that was you know what Imam al-Haq said? He said कि अगर हमें याद है we lost to Ireland, but it's okay because even India lost to Bangladesh the same day. That's what he said.
Speaking smarty pants, huh? Scoring runs also.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's on for a debut.
Oh, you think so? You think he'll get the nod?
Yeah. He's obviously first 2 games जो wash out हो गया था उसमें भी उसने 50 किए and then chasing against Northamptonshire he scored another 59 not out. So I think he's all set to open with Azhar Ali because Sami Aslam पहले test match में और पहले tour match में चला नहीं था and the only other play they had was Fakhar Zaman as the opener. Fakhar Zaman they haven't even played any of the tour games.
Too rash for them.
Yeah, although I thought they would have tried him, but I guess Imam ul-Haq is probably more solid as an opener.
He's got a century under his belt.
He's got a century under his belt. And tour games. I mean, to be honest, if you're performing in the tour games, then he deserves this chance.
Good fielder, young guy. Why not?
Young guy, 250s in. Let's see how he does.
But what do you think? Would you have Sami Aslam's... I know we discussed this.
Sami Aslam की जगह नहीं बनती थी. Shan Masood की last time भी मैं कह रहा था. Shan Masood was the highest scorer. He was meant to be in the squad. And he has a knee injury. So Sami Aslam वैसे select होता नहीं. I think they would have still taken Imam ul-Haq. आखिर वो इंतजाम का नफी तो है नहीं.
मेरे ख्याल से उसके अलावा भी
थोड़ा सा तो
the guy is good. अगर फवाद आलम की controversy नहीं भी होती तो I'm excited about Imam ul-Haq because I liked him when he scored his century. He's a very good fielder. Young guy.
I mean, still very
early.
Very early. अभी तो he's obviously have his debut.
Yeah.
But Fahim Ashraf को भी खिलाएंगे. I said last time कि Fahim Ashraf को खिलाना चाहिए, and looks like he is also going to debut in tomorrow.
2 guys, Fahim Ashraf and Shadab Khan before the tour started. It's about to start. I had high hopes. Shadab did very well against Northampton.
Yeah. 10 wickets.
10 wickets. And I think this English players फंसते हैं spinner के
मैंने
ऊपर.
थोड़ी सी highlights देखी थी उस मैच की and जो शादाब में एक बात है कि he does actually spin the ball much more than say Yasir Shah.
Oh, for sure.
तो उस Yasir Shah का the only thing is better is that he has a lot of control and वो आप उससे 30 ओवर करा दें non-stop वो कराता जाएगा. And he has a lot of good control as in कि he's pitching the ball in one place. एक बहुत consistent है but he's not a big spinner and he doesn't have a very good googly Yasir. But Shadab तो at will है उसकी googly जब चाहे. I mean T20 में तो variations इतनी करा के तो he's mastered that. I'm not sure how he'll do in a long run. जैसे अब जो एक 100 over की innings होती है 120 overs की innings होती है जिसमें opposition is scoring like 300-400 runs. You need a stock bowler, which is obviously typically a spinner.
Yeah.
Because fast bowler तो आपके नहीं कराते हैं. the how he'll do in that sense, and does he have the discipline? Obviously, he's only played one test, so, and he hasn't played a first class since 2016. So this tour game was his only second after the first tour game, his first class game in almost 2 years. So that tells you how concentrated even the young guys are in playing the shorter formats. वो longer formats खेल ही नहीं रहे.
More money, more opportunity. Plus, people watch it, so you get all your fame through those shorter formats. But coming back to Yasir Shah versus Shadab Khan, I think Yasir, I have nothing against him. Statistically, he's done a wonderful job, right?
200
But
wickets or something.
it was never good to look at as a bowler. He never spun variety, especially after Australia, after what he did against Australia, वो जो middle leg की line उन्होंने कराई
वो
थी
तो I
with
don't know मिसबा था या कौन था.
I was like, man, if
that
you-
तो I could not get
As a
over it.
bowler, you're 30 plus, you're a good bowler. If you're bowling that line, I don't care whether the captain was asking you to do that or not, but for days, not just for a session. Uske baad se I was like, we need something else. And yeah, I'm
But
a
that
fan
can't
of
be a
Shadab.
bowler's call, yaar.
But how can you...
But let's put it this way, अगर मैं भी captain होता उस वक्त, I would say, what the hell are you doing, यार? ये क्या tactics है?
Then वो तो proper strategy थी.
Strategy थी ना, but that, for me, that even strategy was, what kind of strategy is that?
And I, as a bowler who's not a new bowler, someone who's made his mark, for you to continue to do that shows that you don't have intelligence.
That's very defensive. Yeah.
But yeah, and he is, again, he's taken wickets, and I would play him still. But
but again, I don't think English conditions में typically obviously ball इतनी spin करती, especially in the first 2-3 days तो कोई scene नहीं होता. But fourth and fifth day on a test match anywhere in the world, if you have a leg spinner, they come handy.
And Shadab is a natural spinner of the ball.
He's a big spinner of the ball.
So that's a good thing. I like to see spinners who spin
and
the ball.
obviously
I'm not a...
batsman and a great fielder.
Yeah, he's a good package. He's a complete package. He could be a bowling all-rounder very easily. It's not too far
Potential
away
है
from it,
उसमें.
So I'm happy. The other player I was very excited about was Fahim Ashraf. Now I understand his bowling is not quite there. I can't rely on him to get me 5 wickets consistently.
But as an all-rounder, he's as good as it gets. Yeah.
He's still young, but I see a lot of promise, and I'm happy that they are going with him.
So young team होगी जो obviously will play Ireland, and Ireland has some senior players, Brian Brothers, Joyce, and home ground है. So you're probably right that it might not be that easy.
Yeah. Our batting keeps me up at night.
And Mohammad Amir 1 wicket in 2 tour games.
He's struggling, man. I've seen him bowl in highlights.
वो मोहम्मद अब्बास जो है वो 4-5 विकेटें ले रहा है.
He looked good, man.
And Amir 1 wicket.
पता नहीं क्या मगर हाँ he's.
I don't know what's wrong, यार.
I saw some quick highlights and he didn't look good also. It's not that he was unlucky or anything. He just didn't. He looked off color. Whether he's not quite ready yet, visa के issues those के ऊपर, or he's.
नहीं, I mean, but
it's hard for me to imagine that in those conditions.
Those conditions,
he hasn't picked up those key wickets.
Overcast, English pitches. I mean, you can't. I mean, ask for more for a bowler in early summer.
Yeah.
So I was very surprised. I thought he'll pick up quite a few wickets, but he was.
That's what I thought. I thought
he was getting more wickets. Yeah.
Hopefully, he turns it around, and by the time we play England on 24th, he is back in full swing. Hopefully. But he looked off color.
Although I think Amir का ये भी है कि he plays also to the level of the opposition at times for me. अगर opposition जैसे Australia, India वगैरह के साथ he plays pretty well. Big matches he plays well. But वैसे generally he's not been very consistent.
Yeah.
लोग तो कहते हैं कि मोहम्मद आमिर की टेस्ट क्रिकेट में जगह नहीं बनती based on his average. Just based on an average.
Yeah, statistically I understand, but
statistically you can't. But he's Mohammad Amir.
He's Mohammad Amir, and plus you have no one else.
Trophy, no one else तो मैं नहीं कहूँगा.
I still think कौन है आपके ख्याल से?
जुनैद खान को ले जा सकते थे और
वहाब रियाज
सुहेल खान है, वहाब रियाज है, चलो जो भी है. सुहेल था, he was always taking 5 विकेटें, बेचारा उसको तो सब भी जाती हुई. फवाद आलम part 2 है वो.
सुहेल, आपको पता है सुहेल खान का फीडबैक क्या है आर्थर का कि he doesn't have the second spell.
Whatever यार, बकवास.
तो ना करा second spell.
Yeah.
But
but he was taking Australia में 5 विकेटें ली थी यार उसने.
Sohail has been
He's
taking wickets left,
yeah,
right, and center.
exactly.
It just and I see his
तो
feedback.
मैं कह रहा हूँ कि I mean it's not like Mohammad Amir is it. We do have other options अगर खिलाना चाहें आप.
But I think it'll be a big decision.
Of
if you
course,
sit
of
in.
course.
So abhi is,
So, but again, I think test matches, and also he's himself said that he's a bit less interested in test cricket. He's sort of come out and say he's not going to play every test match. तो वो भी है balance.
तभी तो PCB ने नहीं कहा कि 2 से ज़्यादा लीग नहीं खेल सकते अगर आप contracted player हैं.
वो भी मुझे समझ नहीं आया. I mean, I can understand in the sense कि जैसे पाकिस्तान का भी schedule है till the end of the year is pretty packed, it's pretty busy. So between that, playing leagues, I'd probably agree, probably don't give an NOC. But to outright come and say that you can't play more than 2 leagues in a year, yeah, that's there. I mean, unless you're financially, covering them, and they're sort of taking care in that sense. Otherwise, though, I don't think it makes sense because बहुत specialist game भी हो गई है. So your T20 players are your T20 players, and your test players are test players to an extent.
Yeah.
But I think they should be okay to play.
Right off the bat, I don't agree with the policy. I can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to avoid one of those Chris Gayle situations जहाँ पे एक superstar caliber player है जो कि बिल्कुल ही नहीं खेला है.
Uncontracted, बिल्कुल ही हाँ.
I want to see how they apply this. If they are giving NOCs कि ठीक है कोई और match नहीं चल रहा कि खेल लो. If they're being intelligent about it, then
as long as they're being intelligent, I don't have a problem.
So I want to see how they apply it.
Because I can see कि इस साल until next year's World Cup, it's a pretty packed schedule. So I can see कि they don't really have a lot of time. But a player like Shoaib Malik, who's not playing Test cricket, right? वो अब पूरा summer tour पे नहीं होगा इनके साथ. Why would he not be allowed to play T20? He's a centrally contracted player. How can you stop him? So you have to be intelligent about it. It can't be a blanket ban.
Yeah. I don't want. I want to see how they do it. If they are exploiting players, especially it would still make sense.
The reason why this came was that New Zealand की tour पे वो कहते थे तो जो players आए थे they were a bit burnt out because they've been playing leagues and stuff like that.
If I was a D contract player or D category player, then I would be very upset.
Yeah, exactly.
If I'm big enough, I have endorsements, I have enough money to play with, fine. But अगर मैं D category में बैठा हुआ मुझे लाख रुपए मिल रहा है PCB की तरफ से, I'm not a superstar. Let me go and just play as much as I want to. And just because a few players showed up not looking great doesn't mean कि आपने सबको वो बच्चों की छुट्टी बंद कर दी है स्कूल के अंदर. I think that just doesn't make any sense to me. But I still want to see before I go hard at them how they apply it. If they're giving NOCs to players who are not like Shoaib Malik, जिसके पास कुछ करने को नहीं है, pick नहीं हुआ teams में.
नहीं खुद नहीं खेल रहा, test match retired है बंदा तो क्या? What else is he gonna do?
But interesting, yeah.
But he said, coming back to Malik said he wants to play till 2020 का World Cup.
I would play him.
So, a lot of players, I think, just say Hafeez hai.
Yeah.
I don't know if he makes it to the 2019 World Cup.
With his bowling, now that he can bowl, and if he can continue to bowl also, okay, that's also a thing. Because these guys come back.
And he's been called, twice now? 2-3 दफा ban हो चुका है. तो अब clear हो गया, so he's back as an all-rounder again. All-round, like, on a batting alone, though, I'm done with Hafeez.
Yeah, for sure. As a batsman,
इतना उसको खिला लिया है. Although he scored in the Champions Trophy, but still, he's so up and down for me. He's so up and down that I'm just done. But bowling के साथ शायद जगह बन जाए, but pure batting, no.
But if he's...
And because you have Talal Hussain and Asif Ali and all these guys in the waiting...
Yeah, you have talent.
You have some talent, at least. It's not like a huge long list, but when you have these guys, I'd just rather play them now.
So my question on his bowling, Mohammad Hafeez, when he's being overly cautious about his action, is he also a good bowler then? Is he as good as he was?
He's not as good as he was.
Right?
No doubt. He is not in my opinion, he's half the bowler what he used to be.
He needs to prove that, then. So just because he can bowl now should not be his entry back
Not
into
an
the team.
automatic
Yeah.
selection for me anymore.
Because imagine you're taking you are about to deliver a ball and knowing that every eye is on you, whether or
But
not
he's-
you're chucking or air
But
ball.
he's gone through it 2-3 times already.
Expert हो गया.
Expert हो गया. Ban से निकलना, ban होना, remodel करना,
Yeah.
फिर test देना. He's done it like 3 times already. Yeah. So
And it's not that he's 25.
No,
so
exactly. So,
there's
but I
also-
think Max 2019 World Cup, if he makes it, he may not even make that.
it's a tough call. Let's see what others do.
But Malik has openly said he wants to play till T20 World Cup.
I like Malik. I think
He's a
he
utility
still
player.
has
Utility player.
Yeah, he has a lot to offer. Talking about comebacks, Mr. Razzaq has decided to.
At the age of 38, which I was surprised कि वो सिर्फ 38 का है, because obviously when you look at Misbah, he was playing till 40, 41. He's still playing a PSL at 40 something. Razzaq being at 38, it doesn't seem all that odd if he wants to play again. And he's been clear that he doesn't want to play for Pakistan.
Yeah, he was
obviously.
very, very explicit.
Very explicit. But I think he does want to play PSL and some of the obviously domestic cricket.
I see some value because Razzaq, not just as a player, imagine if Razzaq is kind of paired with Fahim Ashraf in Islamabad United, and he's, the coaching, the sideline coaching that he will get from him, that's also a big value addition from someone like Razzaq. He has shit tons of experience, and just because he's around, he can impart that knowledge to those youngsters. So I'm not very, very...
No, I think if he wants to play, but by all
surprised
means,
by it.
if he's fit, if he still has it, of course, Razzaq, in his day and age, was your atypical T20 cricketer.
For sure.
He was probably more built for T20 cricket than a lot of the cricketing cricket players in his era.
Yeah.
तो अगर वो इस era में होता, तो he would have been one of the better T20 players in my view.
Yeah.
But if he still has it, if he's still fit, fitness की बात है सारी.
As we were talking also in our last podcast, cricket is not a very physically demanding game. So if he's fit,
you can
तो
play
आराम से 2-3
T20
साल
तो
खेल
यार.
सकता है. And it's good for him. He should make money. He should really...
And T20 cricket में इतनी कोई fitness आपकी जरूरत नहीं है.
बिल्कुल. Demanding है कि fielding की अब बहुत importance बढ़ गई है. It's not that you just bat and you go.
That's true.
So
That's true.
and Razzaq towards the twilight
It was quite bad.
His fielding was bad and his
awful.
bowling was really bad. I still...
But he has lost so much pace.
Yeah, I still dread his looseners जो पहली बॉल करा रहा था जो कि मुझे पता था ये कंफर्म चौके पे जा रही है.
Exactly.
तो
But yeah, I mean, good for him if he wants to,
So what kind of batting lineup you're anticipating for the first England match?
Yeah, I think ये tour game में जो था, I think you play with that. Asad Shafiq 186.
Wow.
So that's a big score and a lot of time on the crease. That's really good. Asad is solid, yeah. Even when I met him अभी जब Houston आया था, I mean, physically he is much shorter than even I am, यार. So when I first met him for the first time, I was a bit surprised. काफी, fit obviously, but
Unassuming.
Yeah, very, very normal and very, he's not very tall at all. And I was like, yaar, मतलब Mitchell Stark के सामने, and he himself said कि वो जो Melbourne में test match, almost he won the game for us.
Yeah.
He was saying
that was a great
कि जब Stark की bowling करा रहा था वो, तो he was like कि इतनी तेज, like वो अपना 15 या 20वां over भी करा, Stark is still coming at 90 miles an hour. तो वो जो दूसरा कोई बॉलर आता था तो तब सोचते थे कि यार इस पे स्कोर करते हैं because Stark पे you can't do anything. And वो Bird, he's also bowling, but he said it's such a big drop off from the quality.
Yes.
Although Bird and the others are pretty good as well.
Yeah, they all clock 140 Ks consistently. It's also Stark he's intimidating. He's 6'6", he bowls those swinging Yorkers.
But Asad said कि अब Yunus and Misbah retired, तो I'll go up the order. उस वक्त he said कि जब मैं domestic में खेलता था, तो I was always 1 down or 2 down. He's also opened. But because when he came into the Pakistan team, there was no position in the Pakistan team except for going sort of 4 or 5 down. Because of the, middle order जिसमें यूनुस और मिसबा थे. Now he should play 2 down.
2 down or 1 down?
1 down or 2 down?
Because Babar Azam hasn't done much as a 1 down player for Pakistan in Test match cricket.
बाबर को तो उन्होंने नीचे ही खिलाया है अभी recently at least. तो I don't know कहाँ खिलाते हैं अब, कहाँ खिलाते हैं और क्या करते हैं.
Huh. So you're saying Imam ul Haq to open with Azhar Ali?
हाँ.
Babar Azam 1 down and then Asad Shafiq 2 down.
I would expect that to be the case, but मैं भी टो मैच के scorecard देख रहा था and they played Babar at 3 down. So it was Haris Suhail 1 down and Asad Shafiq 2 down and Babar Azam after that.
Huh.
So they played a different lineup, which because I think Babar Azam hasn't, you know, जो one-day cricket में जो
Hasn't clicked that
hasn't clicked that well. So I think he's still a bit, you know, not settled in that sense. So I think, you know, Haris Sohail fine for me 1 down. Babar Azam को मुझे I would still like to see Babar Azam 1 down, but maybe he doesn't have the confidence to play in the Test match in 1 down.
Yeah, I just think he's still young. The guy is what 23, 24.
Yeah.
बहुत pressure भी है, you know, he has that price tag now that Babar Azam is your best player. He's still young. I have said.
So I think Asad Shafiq at 2 down is fine and up खिलाएं.
Haris Sohail has scored 250, so he has some confidence.
Yeah, exactly. He has some confidence as well. So I think सही है lineup.
Would you play Hassan Ali?
Huh, of course, yeah.
Or you think he still has some things to prove in Test match arena?
Of course, he has everything to prove. I don't think he's done anything in Test cricket yet.
So the reason why I asked because Razzaq Ali did well last time when we were.
Razzaq Ali is a very disciplined bowler, na?
He is, especially when Amir is struggling.
No.
And Mohammad Abbas is still young. He's bowling well, but he's still young. So would you play someone who's been there like Rahat and protect Hassan, or just sit him? Make him sit out for the first one, or you think he's too big of a bowler now to mess with him like that?
I don't think he's for Test cricket. I don't think he's that big a bowler yet. I mean, one-day cricket, T20 cricket is different to Test cricket.
Yeah, he's a hustler.
Yeah, exactly. So I wouldn't be surprised if they won't play him.
Yeah, I think he's
I think they should play him. Ireland wala match khila le. If he doesn't perform, then maybe he sits out.
Yeah, I think, and I like the timing of this Ireland match, by the way, because
Ireland के बाद भी Leicestershire के साथ भी एक game
Leicester के साथ भी है,
फिर England के साथ game.
But it's all happening in quick succession because 24th को पहले England में, so they're playing a lot of cricket, and
which is good in those conditions. I mean, they'll be well settled and acclimatized to the whole.
I also didn't like the fact Amir, A, he was not bowling well, and B, they kept him in the attack. So he bowled 15 plus overs, which I think is just waste of everyone's time.
क्या मतलब?
Like why? So as you were saying,
bowling practice तो है ना यार. I mean, tour games is about practice.
No, but then if he's struggling, should you?
The tour game is not about winning or losing. It's about practice.
No, but I'm saying
time on the field, yeah.
So, but if he's not keen, as you were saying that he also plays according to the opposition. If he's not keen on playing, why risk him?
नहीं, but
just have him all three.
But there's
7,
nothing
8
like
overs.
on the field practice. आप net practice जितनी भी कर लें, but the minute you're on the ground and playing an actual game, it's a completely different ball game, यार. I mean, net practice सही, but nothing like spending time in the middle.
Yeah, I just think you're kind of denting his confidence. Maybe that's a good strategy. I don't know. I'll see. But yeah, that's a concern for me.
But yeah, we'll see. I mean, let's see how he does. He's supposed to. I mean, all the hype was he's our frontline bowler. He's got to carry the load. Azhar Mahmood bhi jo keh raha tha ki Mohammad Amir's got to prove himself.
Yeah, he's the senior most bowler now, and
he is by far, yeah, by far. But
what do you think about Sarfraz? Should he come up the order or stay where he is?
No, for Test cricket, though, it's fine. 4 down is his position, and Sarfraz hasn't scored in Test cricket as well, so we'll see how he does.
Man, I keep thinking about the batting lineup, and
yeah, it's quite
it's
very
very, very thin,
very thin and very young. So देखें क्या होता है.
I have if there was any tour where Azhar Ali had to perform, this is it.
That's true.
If he's
But he
your
performed
technical
last
sound,
time, yeah. Last
you
time,
had Misbah last time. You had Yunus Khan last time, if I'm not mistaken, right? Imagine the world without just Yunus Khan in Test matches for Pakistan.
That's
Just
true.
imagine that.
Yeah, and it'll be a bit of a dip. It has already been. Sri Lanka se haare hain, New Zealand se haare hain. So, I mean, you're already seeing it. It will take some time. Yeah, you can't replace, these kind of caliber cricketers in such a short time. It will take some time to groom.
I hope we get surprised, but
वो देखा आपने ऑस्ट्रेलिया ने भी बांग्लादेश का टूर कैंसिल कर दिया और पोस्टपोन कर दिया. आई थिंक कह रहे हैं कि हम 2020 में करेंगे अब, बट इट्स नॉट फाइनेंशियली वायबल.
that's a bad snub.
It's a huge snub, yeah, because it was a test series as well, and they're saying that Tamim Iqbal, Shakib, and Mushfiqur Rahim may actually end their careers having never played a test match in Australia. That's kind of sad. These are three very big names. I mean, in international cricket, Shakib and Tamim and Mushfiqur. I mean, the right now the big names for Bangladesh cricket, and they will end their careers potentially not having played a single tour.
I will sound like a broken record here, but again, what the hell ICC is doing then?
I don't know.
This is turning into like boxing promotions.
It's a money game.
Yeah, if you're not selling those pay-per-views, we're not going to fight you. There's a bloody fixture out there. There's a calendar out there.
And they've just outright said, no scene.
Who holds that power? Clearly them, right?
Clearly the hosting cricket board, right? So obviously Bangladesh is quite upset कि यार ये क्या बकवास है, which rightly so यार.
Are they being compensated financially?
No, of course not. Why would they be compensated? वैसे भी host जो करता है उस पे होता है ना, तो financially तो Bangladesh का इसमें इतना stake नहीं होता, but
this is bizarre. I don't think it has ever happened. Now India-Pakistan is a separate thing altogether. It's not because it doesn't make any financial sense.
It makes the most financial sense.
Exactly.
वो तब नहीं हो रहा.
I haven't seen. I've seen teams changing formats to make more money, to make it more appealing. But I haven't seen anyone turning an invitation down or taking it back, rather, in this case, because it doesn't make any financial sense for them. And where does it stop now? The precedence has been set.
Yeah, I mean, they had two test matches and 3 1-days as part of the future tours program, and they've just said sorry. Not even a rain check. Maybe they'll play some T20 or some series just before the Australia में जो World Cup होगा T20 का, उससे पहले हम आपको बुला के खिला लेंगे, but test match नहीं खेलने वाले हैं.
तो स्टैंड बाय पे रहें, जब दिल चाहेगा खिलाने बुला लेंगे आपको. Man, what cricket is.
So again, I mean, but Afghanistan is playing India in India.
They've been supported also on political level by India, so I think
there's
that element also.
काफी, I guess, obviously India has, I think, built quite strong relationships with Afghanistan.
Yes.
Politically speaking and diplomatically, politically, on a country level, it's become stronger. And जहाँ Afghanistan शुरू में वो हमारी first class खेलते थे, and they used to play in our grounds. Now it's not the case actually. Now they all go to India.
They're playing. Some of them players, or at least a couple of those players also playing in IPL.
Yeah, of course, Rashid Khan
and Mohammad Nabi also. Good for them. They're an exciting bunch of cricketers. Always good to watch, but it seems odd that on one hand, Bangladesh, who's really earned their test spot, are being turned down by Australia, and then on the other hand, you have India and Afghanistan happening. So it seems very odd to me. And then it raises a big question mark on your status given to you by ICC then.
True.
अब तो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता अगर टेस्ट स्टेटस है कि नहीं है. So yeah, very odd news.
But I think Afghanistan के लिए, of course, Ireland test debut tomorrow. Or today, आज wash out हो गया, but tomorrow. Afghanistan test debut next month against India. I guess it's growing. We had Bangladesh bhi kai saal lage to come to a certain level, and now they're at, a very respectable team and very competitive in almost all formats. At home as well, actually, test cricket में भी वो काफी अच्छा खेल रहे हैं. So, I mean, more competition, obviously the better. I think
Cricket needs. It's good for the game.
It's good for you. You can't have 9 or 10 test playing nations. I mean, 10 teams is not a lot, yeah. So I think it's a great कि groom करें, खिलाएं, exposure दें.
Absolutely.
And grow the game, but I still think obviously Test cricket is not the format to grow the game.
They're talking about Test championships now.
Yeah, I know, but I still don't. I think it's still a dying sort of thing. But Afghanistan also hosts Bangladesh for 3 T20s in India. तो अफगानिस्तान ने इंडिया अपना थोड़ा सा होम बेस बना लिया
काफी एविडेंट है.
हाँ काफी एविडेंट है. तो जून में अफगानिस्तान बांग्लादेश को इंडिया में होस्ट कर रहा है. So again, it's great for Afghanistan. Obviously, Afghanistan, I think security wise, I don't think they're playing a game at home anytime soon.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
It's just sad. It's sad that cricketing world is already a very small family, and that family has a lot of problem. What I'm trying to say is, Australia not playing with Bangladesh, Pakistan and India not playing. So it just doesn't make any sense when you have 10 test playing nations and they don't even play each other.
उसमें से
आधे खेलती नहीं है. So cricket is dying slowly. No. If
in that
something doesn't happen. So I really hope Afghanistan, in a very and not so many years, they also become a force to reckon with, and they are on their way. But so we need more of those stories. That they're trying to introduce cricket in Far East, Malaysia or Hong Kong, and hopefully you have more teams coming out of those.
And ECB is also thinking about starting T100, as I call it, T100. It's called a 100-ball cricket tournament, but they're trying to introduce that now in their domestic league. Of course, they're the pioneers for T20. Now they're introducing 100-ball cricket, which seemed very odd to me. Jab announced hua, I was like, what are you talking about? Abhi to T20 itna popular hua hai. Now you're muddying the waters with a 100-ball tournament, जिसमें 15 ओवर होंगे 6 बॉल के और एक लास्ट ओवर होगा 10 बॉल का. I don't know who came up with this logic, but there's been so much debate about what does this mean, and what's the point, or why didn't you just put more money in the T20 league and you're starting something new, slightly different. It's not 120 balls, jo T20 hai, it's 100 balls. So I mean, what's the real difference in last over 10 ball से क्या फर्क पड़ जाएगा? I mean, it's not like कि बहुत ही ज़्यादा फर्क है.
जबरदस्ती का
फर्क है.
Yeah, and what are you saving by not bowling those 20 balls?
I don't know. The time जो cricket का है, the full game is still slightly long. Even in जैसे आप NBA देख लो, soccer game देख लो, American football देख लो, even all of these games, जो standard games हैं, they're 2.5 hours, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Soccer game कितना होता है?
90 minutes, and then you add extra time, so 2 hours.
Extra time या बीच में break जो भी मिला के पूरा. So it's 2 hours.
2 hours. 2 hours. It's a knockout game and goes to penalties.
Same with NBA. 2 hours, 2.5 hours. American football is a bit longer at times, but max 3 hours. Cricket is a good 3 hours. It could be longer. With the break, and depends कितनी जल्दी आपने bowling कराई है, but it's at least 3 hours.
Yeah.
So timing wise, मुझे सिर्फ समझ आता है कि maybe if you cut it down to 15, it becomes a bit more, timing wise it's a little bit shorter. But I mean, that's the only logic I could come up with.
All these games that you just mentioned, basketball, cricket, football, and American football, in सब में पूरी team साथ खेलती हैं. So the nature is completely different. In cricket, like baseball, there are only 2 batsmen, and then you've got batsmen sitting in the dugout. So it's just the game.
Very different.
Game needs that much time. I think 120 balls is like T20 is probably the
But again, जब T20 शुरू हुआ था, it wasn't popular. तो पता नहीं 100 balls में I don't see
know,
it,
man.
but
It's just trying to squeeze it.
ज़बरदस्ती का है. ज़बरदस्ती का है, literally.
Did you watch T20? What do you call it? T10 or T100 जो दुबई में करवाया था ARI group में? T10, right? That was T10.
T10.
The 60 balls per side.
Ah.
Did you watch that? I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it as well, but I heard it was, you know, they were like 3 games or 2 games per day.
Huh. So clearly there's some
sense in it.
steer on
Some
further
sense in
reducing the game.
Yeah. T10 for me becomes, I mean, almost too short. Yeah. I guess maybe हमें आदत है इतने लंबे गेम की कि T10 तो मैं सोच ही नहीं सकता कि अभी शुरू हुआ खत्म हो गया.
मतलब मैं I was just talking with my friend and I was telling him that they should introduce T20 in America and they should completely just throw the bloody baseball game out of the window.
Impossible.
I know, it's just...
The American way is so set कि अभी तो NBA basketball playoffs चल रहे हैं. Rockets and Warriors है Monday से. It'll be a brilliant series, I think.
Yeah, I haven't quite jumped on the basketball bandwagon yet, but...
I'm obviously a huge college basketball fan, obviously having been to Indiana. But even NBA playoffs, तो हर कोई देखता है. It's good fun. And
I'll watch
Rockets,
this
obviously
Rockets.
number 1 seed versus the Golden State Warriors, which have, you know, obviously...
And it's my home team, Rockets.
Yeah. So it should be a good series. Monday game, definitely we're going out watching the game for sure.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
But
what else? What else happening?
बस I think कल match देखते हैं. Let's see how it goes. It'll be good to watch some test cricket. सुबह उठ के आराम से test cricket देखेंगे.
Yeah, I look forward to that too.
In some Irish conditions, देखें क्या होता है. And with a young team, should be good fun.
One thing
IPL,
is-
of course, IPL still ongoing. You know, coming down to the closing stages of the league, and that's always entertaining. Butler ने आज 95 मारे. Oof, last over में जिताया.
Good game, huh?
Yeah,
Very good game.
Very good game. Chennai Super Kings, you know, lost in the end, but again, very entertaining, of course. IPL is pure entertainment, yeah, for me. It's good fun.
Yeah,
to watch.
it's the qualitative cricket it's very good in IPL. You know, the fielding, bowling, batting, it's fun to watch.
Yeah, so I think that's also coming to you know, their business end of the.
इनके भी playoffs शुरू होने वाले हैं.
हाँ, इनके भी playoffs शुरू होने. अभी 3 matches रह गए लीग के.
But I think it's all pretty much decided.
Pretty much Sunrisers, you know, Chennai are pretty much through. बाकी के थोड़ा भी है.
I think Mumbai Indians is will play the eliminator.
Abhi, it's still early. I think there's still quite a few teams in it. So,
But I think Royal Challengers Bangalore and Delhi Daredevils, they're out.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think they make it now. Yeah, they're pretty much done. But yeah, good cricketing weekend ahead.
Yeah.
Al kal subah mera bhi match hai, so it'll be cricket 24/7. Chale.
All right.
With that, we'll close.
And
inshallah.
next podcast will then hopefully we'll talk
Yeah.
about Pakistan versus Ireland.
Yeah, and we'll probably talk about IPL playoffs position as well.
All right. Until next time.
Chale.
That's a big six.